And Mzee, I want to also let you know that the directive that you wrote in 2018, it was this one of Mzee. Who can go against the directive of the head of state? You did say that I be paid my areas, Mzee. And I'm aware that some people here have been briefing Mama that have been paid. I cannot make a fictitious claim. You did a directive, Mzee. The comptroller is aware about that. I shared my bank statement. And I want those who claim that I have been paid to come and say it here. I'm annoyed. Those people are failing you. So, Mzee, I thank you so much. Even as I'm saying this, I'm saying with a bitter heart. But what gives me the confidence, Mzee, is that it's you. I've now met you today, and Mama. I know that my questions are going to be handled today. Lastly, Mzee, I've been with a team around me. I have a foundation. Board chair is your son, Anthony Kuka.
Angu chairman nyanyule Anthony Kuka.
I would have been the first graduate.
Lugoni ale katakumite happy.
I would have been the first graduate. This is the lowest place in the country. And we are requesting for scholarships for this community. Even the few that have attained certificates and diplomas and degrees, we are requesting for placements, Your Excellency. And your neighbors from the State House, you promised them cows.
And they had so
we look forward to your positive consideration. So, Mzee,
Baba,
we want to thank you for the roads. There is still one road that has denied me from going home. It has refused me from going to the parents. Right from Kapicholwa, Kapchesombe, 40 up to up here. That is an exit route for the training center. And it acts as a road for training in the higher altitude. We use it, say it clearly, we use it for training. I thank you. I say all this for God and my country. Long live Mzee, long live Mama. Long live NRM. Thank you.
Your Excellency and Mama and Her Excellency the Vice President.
Vice President.
Can we clap for Joshua Cheptegei, the representative of Naslex? Your Excellency, a week ago, our dear Minister of Education and Sports, Mama, the First Lady, appeared before the Manifesto Committee to present the implementation of the manifesto in line with our ministry. Your Excellency, Mama scored 90% before 1.5 years is finished. Why am I bringing this, Your Excellency, before us here? We have a lot of trust in our minister. Number two, we are here today This is one of the manifesto commitments.
Akitinyi kungalyondet nyekikurtenyi.
Mama, thank you so much for
Kitabon mama
fulfilling
nyanyo.
the presidential manifesto and the pledges.
Kitabon amye kinyit yanak ako ngalek alak chemakargei.
Mzee, sorry to bother you again. This is on the happy note. As your warriors, you flocked us to go to Paris.
Ka kuyubi ko jebare roshogi kala kiyokte chiba Paris.
You gave us a blessing with Mama.
Kone sa somuto ko mama.
And I can report to you that we brought the prestigious medals.
Ka goto yo jato kolla kije sutu ko mama.
We always go for gold.
Chibe chaje gold wade.
If gold fails, you always appear in number 2.
Kale kade wo kutin gold le je pa nya bo enyo.
So Mzee, the medals are here.
De mi so medals to kuiti joyu.
But Mzee, while I've been seeing around,
Dene ega ka se chulo ke.
normally when we go for Olympics, there's something that you always give us, Mzee.
Kale pa ka jiba ad Olympic
You
le
always
mi
give us
kita.
the right, but I'm not seeing it, Mzee.
De mi kita ka nye ngoje to ko
But
dene
you know
mna ka
that-
special ni.
But we believe that maybe somewhere hiding somewhere.
Dene
around
baka
there.
ya dosle baka
Thank
ka
you, thank
ngeke
you.
ulle ga.
This is the medal, Mzee.
Kale tiongi kyo ka soyu. Ka wir bode utarat. Asante.
Can we clap for King Joshua Cheptegei, the greatest athlete of all time?
Abutia
in
kingo
Uganda?
Joshua Cheptegei.
Mzee, allow me before I invite the next discussant, the next colleague,
Kutomba ya to toroji ngololindet nyogere.
to recognize the following athletes in their order.
Aboru ya ti lego kyorwe amo atabutok kwa.
Mzee, you guided that in Uganda we must prioritize three competitions.
Kimwa ukula mi Uganda le chitoror do chenyoshe kamwenishet nyaba somok do kamwenishet aret somok.
The country participated in all African Games in Ghana,
Amo kama sanye bo Ghana kulo kimi kamwenishet.
and I want to report as follows.
Kabara ko nu ya kamu gaywe kule do logo areret nyaba
The
mbiret
ladies
nyaba yokarengok.
got a bronze medal, while the men, we call that team the Hippos, got a silver medal in all African Games.
Kijanyoru gold, kijanyoru bronze ako.
Your Excellency and Mama, all this come with a lot of commitments on our side.
Tuguchu to kolle kwani kubaye gichishe swama.
Like Joshua has just said here, Your Excellency,
Ilokata mwote Joshua banda nyamiu.
I want to confirm that the State House Controller has paid.
Kabara borung le State
The
House
arrears-
controller kinye gilipan.
She has paid the arrears ever from the time she took over as a controller to date. That I confirm, she has paid that arrears to these players who are here.
Kala gilipan di State House controller.
challenge we have
Pesan to kolle go kyomi de kungalola
It's
miu.
the time before she took over office.
Kale sarana det nye jebonde kuba de baro indo nyoba kichake
Your Excellency and Mama,
koshokyo gobelet.
And I want to request Mama,
Kabara so mama
the
kale.
proposal is simple. It's for us as a ministry
Kasote yuandet kwa genga
budget
bade.
for this money so that we pay them through our system
Cheta-
directly to these athletes.
Cheta ti besan amu tatuet nyanyo singale cheliban besan.
I'm hearing one or two mamos behind that they have not paid, but I want to confirm that the controller, because she has forwarded to me the write-up, which I can confirm she's within Kapicholwa.
Mi
She
lego
can be
kemi go
consulted,
mundos
that
amulati.
she has tried to do her best as
Dena
far
bonde
as
balak-
paying their arrears
Nyabujie
are concerned. But what my brother Joshua is demanding, and not only Joshua and others, is the money which, before this controller took over the office, which is worth 450 million.
Kajam damariondet Joshua
That one I'm
cheptege.
aware.
Kala besan kyobelet kutombo
also-
kunama controller nyi.
But also, Muzan
Che
Mama,
tutomba jaliban.
the National Council of Sports budgets money to appreciate.
Luket nye yongini rero shogi. Kinye
The
roge
athletes.
kutat pesa ju.
For instance, the gold medal Joshua has presented here, Mama and Muzei, the National Council of Sports paid Joshua 100 million shillings.
Kuyati
And this
kaje
year I
boy.
can confirm or
Luket
deny.
nye bo arero shok kinye
A
kiliban
silver medal, Perus is here. She was
Perus.
paid 50 million
Pero kinye
shillings.
mita yu kinye 20 million atano.
These are all tokens of appreciation. We
Ngale
plan
jikiji
as a
kolle.
ministry for purpose of appreciating the
Kukasu
efforts
bo ishet nye jayweni le go kyo
of
kako
our
bolis.
children who perform well.
Kubale go kyo jaga kunye
On
tabon.
top of that, all of them who participated in the competition during the Olympic Games, including the coaches, They were paid money. Dr. Gwel, how much was it?
Kala to
Equivalent of
kol
10 million shillings minus the allowances as entitlement, Mama and Museveni. So as far as our commitment to supporting our athletes are concerned, we are extremely trying our best to make sure that as they make our country shine, we also do our part. I have been reliably informed that for the average of 30 million shillings was paid to all the Olympians who participated in all Olympic Games in Paris 2024. I want to ask my gallant athletes, friends, the journey has been a long one. Let's clap for the Almighty God and the President and the First Lady for making us reach where we are. The problems are many, but we are trying. With that, can I now invite the LNP, who is the Minister of Water and Environment, to come and address us here? I thank you.
Your Excellency the President,
Uganda,
the First Lady, Your Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda,
Vice President,
Honorable Peter Ogwang, Minister of State for Sports,
Minister
Members of Parliament, RDCs, LC5 Chairpersons, Baba Bishop, other local leaders, our gallant athletes, the people of Greater Poti, ladies and gentlemen, to start by thanking Cheptegei for giving a very brilliant speech. By the way, he has always been interested in my seat. I don't know whether he's still interested. But the other time he got scared. But this time I might give you the seat. Your Excellency, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you and Mama to the commissioning of Teryet High Altitude Training Center. I also wish to welcome Her Excellency the Vice President. Normally, all the people like us, we like giving some bit of history. Allow me, Your Excellency, to give you a brief history of the development of camp training in Sebei. I remember when I was a head teacher at Sebei College from 1990 to 2009. I had realized that the many talented youth in the sub-region needed to be housed in a camp for proper training. I decided to set camp at the school, and we offered scholarships to talented secondary school going students to study at the school. We fed them, and every morning and every evening they would go training. One of the students who benefited from these scholarships was Kiprotich Stephen, and he owes his medals to me. Talented athletes who had not gone to school or had completed school
che ki bondo ka goto bonde nye mwe ki ko wan angala kimna ko wan
were
sukulu
also offered camp at the school
che ki kwani ngi che ribu ne sukulu lo ki jine
and are
de
given free food.
angi je wen ya me ke babach.
This is how we produced athletes like Kipsiro.
Yo ta ai ki je nyoru ne le ko ki ba mwe ki umba Kipsiro.
After my retirement in 2009,
E ki wa munge ishet amelfu na ko nya ko mwenda
my disbanded the camp
kala chito ya nye ki gara kinye ki kara ki kinye ki kara dopto nye ki jine dishe
and I think he never valued athletics.
muna ko shilat ngal je boss manet nan ngal je bo mwe.
The good news is that soon after,
A logo yo ke ta bone ji
people like
kule
Cheptegei and Kipsiro
kule Joshua Jeptegei ago Kipsiro
started their own camps
kije kija kambi na kwa kwe jeng
and started helping upcoming athletes.
kija jago ga lele go kyomi te gunere amunga le ga po mwe.
I will not hide the fact that we did not receive any help from the Athletics Federation.
Mamu jago ta win kle mana je nyoro ga ko leiso to kul ku jone le mi de luget nyang ginere so ga Uganda
They were reaping where they never sowed.
kale ki mi ku nyor toy to ku lo ki mna ui ki mi ku kise to ku la ke ki mna ko ui
Therefore, Your Excellency,
ku nyat nyewo nye ba yemede
some of us who understand athletics very well
aja jo chebonde ko ngate de amngale ga barero so
are
tabon
greatly overjoyed at the establishment of this
ti ko
facility.
ngara kyotin am ishet nye kichi amato bi jemi da bandanye
This is gold in our midst.
gold ya nye nyam kwenu nyo
And I would like to sincerely thank your government, Your Excellency, for setting it here.
kabara ga ste ga smedi ngoro men ko baye kay wendi odo bitinye jemi de
This facility will not only boost athletics in the sub-region,
I dinyi le bre makoto ro rero shokpa de amu kama
And,
sanya basabinye
but in the country as a whole.
dene masokoto ro ram yemeda ap Uganda kumugul
What we request
kita yanye je so mabadele
is for government to immediately embark on phase 2 of the project.
kala ko chachaga smedi tekset nya ba tapto nya bo enyi
We also need facilities such as good hotels
je ma je ato deli na ke ta bon
and good restaurants.
ako lo chomishe piga pore
Cheptegei has told you that people like Kipjoke,
kamong je te gele bi ko je yu kipchoge
people like Kipyegon Faith
ba ki bi gon faith
are coming to visit
je
this
mi de
area.
ko kwani adobi
These are people who are used to staying in 5-star hotels.
ango bi ko a ju je bo adobu dokke we e ko ta bo ko punda sa nya bar wondo
Because government cannot do this,
ko baye me mu jaga smedi kwingale
we
ju
would like to interest investors
kabara je somnya bi ko je mu je kwi
within and
so
without
je kone kama soge ke magarge
to come and invest in this place.
jagu tek so ya tapon gabsa adobi
Because I'm very sure
amnya ya tapon daga ngate detle
that this place is going to be a big tourist area.
kala ko kwek adopto nye jeru to chini koram
And all world-class athletes are likely
angu
to come
le
here.
bi ko je bare ro shokki ba ko re to kul kumukul je masago kwayo
Your Excellency, I would like to thank you for the good road,
kabara
the
che
beautiful road.
gasting amaret nye lil gabsa
This road has boosted agriculture,
arane gunye gi go toron ngale gab kabadishede
and as I'm sure as you were coming along, you saw how green the area is.
ange ge joni le ge gasulo yundo nyalilindo nye bo kama sidinyi
Gardens are full of onions,
baro chokla mi
cabbages,
da mutunguru na kabiji nagi
and tomatoes,
mnyanyi nagi mimba briasi nagi
Irish potatoes,
briasi nagi
etc.
ak ngale ke magargay
Unfortunately, again, unfortunately, Your Excellency,
so ngatiaba dele
this road has also caused us problems.
arani hala gusuttu chai windo
Because these people are really interested in agriculture,
majat biju kapsa ko baye bonde biju makatet to swamet ngale ka kabadishede
and are stealing our drinking water for
ya
irrigation.
bujorchini ga e baibu na che bobe ko ndo chore be ko che baibu na gi go bisemboro shoko
Honorable Gwang has complained here,
kata go ngungunya marione to gwang bandanye
but I think, Your Excellency, we need to sit down with you and a plan how to give these people irrigation.
Kala ka so di ale maja jibur to kwai sanget kula je nyoru be pe ko je chang
So
je
that,
baka usishet.
so that they don't vandalize our pipes.
Sangen mande ku metel bai bu na ke be ko besemboro shokwa.
With those few words,
Am ngale ja tu kusije.
it is now my honor and privilege
Ka so di atle ora yon dia ga yo ishet nyewo
to invite
adaroj
Her Excellency the First Lady
first lady do je shet nyewo
to address us.
ku ngolol weji
Thank you very much.
kay tabon ko ramen.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Kay tabon minister.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda,
Yewo nyeba yemeda Uganda.
Your Excellency, the Vice President,
President nyomuningi.
Honorable Minister for Water and Environment,
Minister nyobego okulo mutweji.
Honorable Peter Ogwang,
Mariondet Peter Ogwang.
Honorable Members of Parliament who will be present here,
Cheche bagatyap kirwoget chemi dotobi.
the Bishop and all other religious leaders gathered
Kasindet
here,
ok cheche baganisa chemi dayu.
local government leaders present here,
Kandoyotok chemakargei chemi dayu.
officials from other government ministries, departments and agencies,
Cheche kwone lugosyok chemakargei amkamasa nyeba kasimeti.
our gallant athletes,
Legokok chebo arerosyok.
distinguished guests,
Cheche bo kaywayan.
ladies and gentlemen.
Boyikok chepyosok.
Good afternoon to you all,
Kakosibayak betut nye karam besyoni.
and I welcome you all to this great facility
Kakotorochak otobinenyi.
as we commission phase 1
Chemite cheyote kareryandet nyebo tatya.
of the National High Altitude Training Center.
Nyebo kanetishet nyebo legok chebo arerosyok nyebo atepto nyewo.
We must begin by thanking God,
Cheche kakastaetet kulomito nyetet.
who has made it possible for us to complete this phase.
Nyeku kweyat kutilya ngala kotokoi kokachebundo chitiyu.
The Bible says,
Mwe kitabunak chotilile.
unless the Lord builds a house,
Kotokoi bate yo katech indet koto.
the builders labor in vain.
Biko chomite kuteksile iye amurwaru. Dobre kinye masakwi.
Therefore, our being here today
Kunye amite nyoi bi bosyoni.
is testament to God's faithfulness to us
Kunye mujurwandit nyeba tabon nyetab indet amule chemite.
as we embark on this work, which
Chemite.
promises to be a game changer in our pursuit of sports excellence in our country.
Chemite cheishoni senget kotoror ngalekab arerosyok. Kunye masukutwaiwekatet omyemetab Uganda.
The journey that has led us here today started a few years ago.
Bwoni nak chekakwerwech kibi bosyoni kichekicheche kenyisiek tukusich chekuketya.
Following the heroic exploits of our sons, Moses Kipsiro
Kuruptoigei ako kabolishet nyekitapon nyekibo legokyok kuyu Moses Kipsiro.
and Stephen Kiprotich,
Stephen Kiprotich.
as they raised our flag on the global stage.
Kuwo kuywendi bendarenyo kuwo torot koromen amabut amkoret tugul kumugul.
Cognizant of the blessing of the abundant talent in Sebei region,
Chekerestochini kakotoywek chebo arerosyok ak ng'wek omye mamkamasta nyebo Sabinye.
the Ministry of Education and Sports commenced consultations with the Kapicholwa district local government
Luget nye nemegei ak arerosyok ako kamasta nyebo Kapicholwa kicheki kwondin wanake.
to establish a modern sports facility for our athletes.
Lasunget kutekwech atopto nyebo arerosyok nyebo legokyo.
In 2012, while honoring Mr. Stephen Kiprotich,
Kenyit nyebo 2012 chiyweni kayweishet mariondet Stephen Kiprotich.
following victory at London Summer Olympics where he won a gold medal,
Kuruptoigei ak kabolishet nyekibo gold am London.
the president pledged to construct the National High Altitude Training Center Teryet.
Kukur tabondet le masache tech atoptinyi jemita bashone.
And today,
Ango
we are here
bashone.
because the President has delivered on his promise
Jemita ibiu amnye koko nyit nyewo nyeba yemoni kurtoetenyi.
to support the athletes and our vision of provision of quality sports for all.
Kula sunget chitoror ngalega barero shoki ago churtaetet nyeba barero shoki taboneji nyeba bigo tokul.
Therefore, in a special way, I want to thank the President
Amaret yan nyechuyat lega baraga ste nyewo nyeba yemeta ap Uganda
for his invaluable support not only for this project and other sports infrastructure,
amga titirishet nyewok swamen nyekikon priebata amiu ndena amarero shoki magarga yemeta ap Uganda
that are being constructed,
chekijetech atobutok chekujetech.
but also the direct support he has continued to extend to our athletes.
Ako titirishet nyekonu ako swamen nyewo nyewendini legok chebo mwek chejo.
You are all aware that our athletes be employed, that his wisdom, the President guided, that our athletes be employed in the forces, so most, if not all, are employed by the Uganda Police or UPDF and the Uganda Prison Services.
Amga sota yuandet nyekikon nyewo nyebo yemetab Uganda ukula legok tokol jorwe ndo jabonda kagoto yuandet nyomwek kije kiro ke kunyorishondoki amlugoshok chebo prisons police ako kapkoya anguch lego chicho tokol yema tokol chechang kije kinyorishondokwa.
This project has been a timely intervention to provide a home for our athletes to train right here in Teryet.
Teksoni kunye ko jo baroindo nyetabon kula sunger nyor legok kyoga netishet nyetabon amwek amgama sitanyi ba Teryet.
You may recall that on 4th September 2024,
Masoko so kle amarawet nyebo amani magetab 1900 agabirmnya.
we received the sad news of the death of Sergeant Rebecca Cheptegei.
Jenyoru logoywek chemiyotik kabisa chekibo metab Rebecca Cheptegei.
That happened in Kenya.
Chekitogune kamasta nyebo Kenya.
Like many of our athletes, the late Rebecca used to train with colleagues across the border.
Kuyuyat legokyo alak chemagargei chemito yu lekwenyo Rebecca Cheptegei kunye kinetege mwe kamasta nyebo Kenya.
Therefore, I am very grateful to God that we now have our own home for our athletes.
Anga kosto yati indet kabisa kule kaje nyoru yata dobinyo nyemagone tege legokyo yekamabeti kamasta nyebo sang.
Undertaking the development of sports infrastructure is capital intensive in nature.
Chekarasto chi teksetab tabutok chebarero shoki koishet nyeroge chi anguwo angu mite kasmeti kutosatai.
And I recall that on 7th June 2024, as we contracted MS Suma for the development of Hoima City Stadium, I talked about the issue of operation, management and maintenance of these facilities.
Posheshok musamva maraweta po mugaga amuga nyitinyi amgamasta nyebo Hoima kya sot kabisa yokyangolole ngalek kebarit setup atabutok che yujituju.
Our robust plan to invest in sports infrastructure is to not only develop and professionalize our abundant talent in different disciplines, but to also generate revenue for government that these facilities are capable of if well managed.
Chete tuju chekarga itiyule preba ta kule ko tirir ngale ka mek dene ku kon babesa no kuyende ka smeti yoga tabot ku kwek atabutok chekajerip amaret nyetabon.
Therefore, I tasked my colleague, Honorable Peter Ogwang, the Minister of State for Sports, to develop a concept on management of all the sports facilities to ensure that the government reaps from its investment, and I want to reiterate this position.
Kalayati kya yendi ati shit marionde to Ogwang kula kujo agobelu jet ndo kartasit nyeka gon tatwede nyeka chekarasto jirip set nyetabon atobuto chitu chitokol sanget kule yweni kasmeti besaniki kukwek atobuto chemuche kotitir kasmeti amgon neta besaniki.
I know that the new sports law vests the responsibility of management of the public sports infrastructure under the National Council of Sports.
Angat kule ngalek chechang chebo ripsetab atobuto kewichiju akondarastidi kinye yweni kamugayek luget nyebo areroshok amu emetab Uganda.
And I wish to guide that as we adhere to the provisions of the law, we need sound management guidelines that will facilitate the council to execute its mandate. This is the first phase of the project. And I believe that once the facility is officially handed over to the National Council of Sports, planning for the second and third phases of the project will be prioritized.
National Council of Sports ndoluget nyana maga okorero shoka mi Uganda masago chachiati tatwet nyoba texit nyoba adopta nyoba en.
We must now what we have seen so far that needs a little more work put into it, so that we can be confident when we have foreign visitors coming to train here that we are sending them to a place we are confident about.
Sanget kule ogoto kupamba bi ko je kone ka masogi ke basang che abanda kapsa ka ngatet kule priole masago ngun.
I thank the stakeholders who have supported us to make this a reality.
Kostoi bi ko to kolje ki kwi ke ki koron kamas ko to ko gutok ngale kuloga to kunda basione.
The Uganda Wildlife Authority,
luget nye baua,
the Kapicholwa District Local Government,
mongeta Kapicholwa,
Ministry of Works and Transport,
luget nye baoponi nagi, ako ishondok,
the UPDF,
sekariandida,
the different sports federations, associations,
lugo shokye barero shokye magargai,
the Ministry of Finance and our athletes among others.
Luget nye babesa nagi, ak lugo shokalak.
Indeed, together we all achieve more.
Kale chemwe kale wana kale chenyoru chejang.
In a special way, I want to recognize the resilience of athletes from Sebei,
kabaraje garastoji swamet ago mutjojine tet nye balego ke bore rosho kam sabinye,
who have consistently performed very well and raised the Uganda flag in high various championships.
Chegi kwitapon kabisa kotokoy ku yebendare tarat amo arorosho ke magargai amgore togol gumugul.
Even when the appropriate facilities were inadequate.
Ngale gimide tugo keji golle ge chegi mayeme.
This facility is not just a physical structure,
tugu tuju bale priye tugunje jega se gonyegi,
but a beacon of hope and aspirations for athletes across our nation.
Dene tugunje boga genedi ango tugukie muje chisi amgore che magarga kore togol gumugul.
It is our own version of theater of dreams and our shared responsibility to ensure that we produce more cheptegeis and more kiprotiches to raise our flag globally.
So mutenyo ati ako kangatete togo kotitire tet nyewo kala singet chenyoru kirwot ket nyege tebogot ko galle jindeti chenyoru lego ke jange gerwa yumba jeptegei.
I thank all of you who has given your own time to be here today.
Kostoi bi kotokol jegagon barainma kumita yubashoni.
And as I close, I want to invite the Vice President to come and say something and then invite the President.
Amite ata kare kabara somyati President nyomenung magitake kala sangat kotoroch President.
Thank you and God bless you.
Kai tabon angga kata kishe koromen.
Your Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni,
Nyewo nyeba yemeta ap Uganda,
of the Republic of Uganda, and Mama, the First Lady, and the Minister of Education and Sports.
nyewo nyebo yemetab Uganda ako mama chesien nyebo tatya ango minister nyebo simanet akorerosyo kam Uganda
colleagues, ministers, and members of parliament,
minister niki ako member nekab katyap kirwoget
Lord Bishop, and all religious leaders,
kesiki ak kandoik alak tugul chebo kanisa,
all the athletes present in your distinguished capacities,
legok chebo rerosyok chebo tobutok chemakergei
and the coaches,
ako kanetutik
and all the leaders and invited guests here in your different capacities.
kandoik kaiwen biko chebo kaiwen chekachitoro chemo tobutok chemakergei kakosuboi samkusabiny.
Your Excellency, I'm going to make only one point and then I invite you to speak.
Kalabara konu bate ngolyo agenge ngatorochi ngalal.
As Mama has already said,
Yulo kamwat mama
our athletes used to go very far to look for training facilities.
legokyo kiche kibeti le lo kula singet wo kunayat ndo kunyoru lege nete gai ngalekab maege.
And Your Excellency, it is a reason you conceived the idea of establishing the Teryet National High Altitude Training Center here, and indeed planned for it and also secured for resources to establish the facility which we have commissioned today.
We kutiet nyoto nyekikonu ngasote ywandet nyetabon kala singet na ibabesan kotokoitech adopta nyeyun dinyi nye chemite cheyotitoi sanget konetege legokyo boisioni.
Your Excellency, this facility is going to attract and accommodate more of our athletes from across the country. It is also going to ensure that there is sustainability in the professionalism of sports, different disciplines, and also because of accessibility now within the country, it is going to enable our athletes to have sufficient skills and prepare them well when they go for matches, national and international ones. And it is also going to give our athletes sufficient time to train, but also save their money, which they used to use to travel far to look for training facilities.
Adobiatle kunye masakukwek adoptanga nyeruje lego kyorwe je kwane kama sogi ke magargai makukwek adoptagenge nye masako galla kurip dogotuch lego dogotuch pesan jaku kwishe lego kyo yakubeti kama sogi ke magargai kula kunayoti atobutok ke kachine tegei.
And for this, Your Excellency, I would like you to thank you for making the life of the athletes comfortable and easy as they pursue their discipline in sports.
Amuyoto kabaraga stingoromen nyewonye bayemetab Uganda kubae ki kuskushi lego kyabare rosogi ngalekab mayek.
Thank His Excellency the President.
Abashiki kaste nyewonye bayemet.
I am reliably informed, Your Excellency,
Kaji borwok
that
le
this facility is the best in sub-Saharan Africa.
kale korom amu sub-Saharan Africa kumugul.
And in that vein, I would like to congratulate you, Your Excellency, and Mama for
Raji
enabling
casting
Uganda
goromen
to make that big milestone.
baraji casting goromen amu kodirishet nyoki kone jok swamet kala singet kone kie korom goromen amlembetab Africa kumugul.
Lastly, let's thank Mama for her focused commitment in expeditiously implementing all government programs in the Ministry of Education and Sports.
Chikastaya temba jobiaset kapisa nyeki konyit isionu doktokol lo jemmaje kuro lo jemakta kubeta a ministry nyebo sumanet okorero shokam Uganda.
Your Excellency, the implementation of UPE and USE is also mirrored here in Teryet, because Mama has ensured that there is a primary school which is very, very well built at the stone throw there, and also a secondary school, so that if there is a young athlete of primary going age or secondary going age, he can come or she can come to be training here in Teryet High Altitude Training Center, but also benefiting from the facilities of UPE and USE.
Kadororet nyeba sumanet nyeba UPE ago USE kunyeje kase agonyek angu lat che tabon kila jebonde at nyeba primary la skulu nyeba primary nyimide yogo secondary da yogo tabo kumile kwa nyemuje kumachele anet kay mek kulegiti ulo jone ndo ulo sumane sanget kujone ba
But
taiti.
most importantly, Your Excellency, the same facilities have enhanced the performance of education here at primary and secondary level for the community here of Teryet.
Atabutinyi la kunye kugo Teryet sumanet nyeba primary ago secondary ami kama
So
sta
let
nyeba
us
Teryet.
thank Mama for that vision of having UPE and USE also mirrored here.
Chiga
in Teryet
stayat
High Altitude
Mama.
Center. Let's thank Mama with a big hand clap.
Nyega staya mama amnye koko toror ngalega sumanet nyega jega siat karge jioi am ngalega sumanet amibio.
Your Excellency and Mama, it is now my singular honor and privilege to invite you, Your Excellency, to speak to us, as I ask also permission to move ahead of you in order to prepare teams ahead to welcome
Kasomiat
you
nyewo
in the area of the meeting.
kala singet la kuone
Thank you
tai
very much for your kind attention.
angu ka ko torot nyewo kala ko ngolol wa kwek.
Thank you, Her Excellency the Vice President,
Kay dabon president nyomunengi
the ministers,
minister na kemi da yu
the members of parliament,
piko cheba katyap kirwoge
all the other leaders,
kando to kalak tukul
the religious leaders,
bajeba kanisa
the sports officials,
piko cheyong gini arero shogi
and the sports people.
ako piko cheba arero shok dogmek.
The National Resistance Movement
Luget nye bo NRM
does things in an organic manner.
ye ngalek amaret nye chuyat koromen.
We don't just bump in things, do this one, do that one. No.
Majirwe jini ngalbadala chinyi priya
Because that one will not succeed.
kale amnye jotale me muje got ku kusutta staedet
Yesterday we were in Kwen
amtun le ku jemi de kwen
and I had gone to visit a PDM beneficiary,
wa rodo chi jitage nganye kinyoru ne besan PDM
an old lady of 84 years old.
ya sheda ganye kibondo ganyi shok tamanogik sisita kamani do jinana manya
She's called Gogo something.
jegure la gogo
Now that Gogo
kala gogo ina le
would help you to understand things better if you talk to her.
kimuje got ko galing nyoru kongate de dap tu ke magarge ke ngololi tabon
So if you have not talked to her, go get some time and go and talk.
emna ngololi ala nyoru barainda wa ngololi jesian nyo
She would help you.
magogalyak
That Gogo
jesiana ndo gogo ina le
was a young woman.
jesiana le kile kwanye kibabai kala je she's called the Rovanize Kisa, Your Excellency.
The Kapicholwa names are difficult, so
Rovanize Kisa.
Kisa is-
Rovanize.
Kisa is easier for me to remember.
All right, thank you, Your Excellency.
So Gogo Kisa
Gogo Kisa ya Rovanize le
was a young woman in 1977.
kala kila kata bai amuka nyinye kibo samvu musamvu
With her husband, who was also a young man.
ako bonde nyinye ki sirganin bene ndo ki gari manin
They had 12 cows
lagi bonda tu kata mana ko yenyi
and some goats.
ako ware kalak
But their area was invaded by the Karamajongo rustlers.
dene ale kukwa surek
And the husband was killed,
jeba kach bonde di
and the 12 cows were taken,
chibuk to ka tukul ku manabri ndo tamana ko yenyi
and the goats were taken,
jesut mba warek
and Kisa remained with the 6 children
kungat Kisa bate Rovanize ako le ko londo mugaga
with nothing.
ako yeun bate
and running you from the cattle rustlers.
Mi ko kong ginegay ulo gimite bunuk.
But when NRM came, after a lot of efforts, the area was stabilized. The Karamojong were stopped from killing people. And even the people of Bukwo used to suffer from the Bokot from Kenya also. They were but I think for her, the main problem was the Karamojong. Now, because of the stability, and then the programs which we started bringing out, first of all, Kisa benefited from the elders' allowance. That's more money which comes for the elders. She was saying this is the first help I got. Otherwise I would have died long ago. Now, recently, she got a cow from PDM. And the cow has now produced another heifer. So that's why I had gone to see her yesterday. So when you are talking about NRM, please be systematic. That is the Kisa's cow. The calf. Now, we have not done much on sports yet. Because remember, the country was really down. All of you, those who are old enough know. The first thing was to bring peace. Then do the basics, immunization. That's how the population of Sebe has come up. Sabine were 20,000. When Chamonges was fighting for the district. I was there. 20,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the population of the Sabine is, I think, 500,000 or something like that. That we go beyond there, Your Excellency. Very good. So now, the basics. Peace. Some health, not all parts of health, but some, especially immunization. And then wealth creation. And UPE. Now, for sports and music and all those, you can't do sports in Somalia. When there is war, or in Syria, you go and do sports there. Or music.
Go and hold a concert there.
Yeah, to manu kukuloto. Miyoto ngalegut.
So, the effort
So, kamastanya kuchoro ni.
has been mainly on the basics,
Kuchemida chesemala chikin tukukia batai kunyo.
including the roads,
Kumide ada roshogi,
electricity,
tarinagi.
which have fortunately moved.
Che guba ya tai che kwaga sakwe.
There is now electricity from Jinja to Bukwo.
Mia tarinagi kujaga jinja okai kamastanya babukwo.
There is the road from Kampala to the border now.
Arosho kya jege Kampala paka boda Swami nyeme nyoru ngaramo.
Now on the sports,
Amngale ka bare rosho kle.
what we are benefiting from are the indirect benefits of the success of the basics.
Jemide aje nyoru la takala kiemu jama jaga se gonye dene sudu la tukyoga je nyoru.
Because of this of the peace,
Kubaya tolosiet nyo jebonde.
these chapter guys, even if they are not particularly selected by the government, but they get time to do some.
Mbajep tege yad la ngamle je kwaya kasmede kapsale dene nyoru paroindo je kwaya ulyage.
Because they are not dead,
Amnye mna kubogi
killed by insecurity.
mna kubaga ngale ka tabanda doboriede
They are not dead, killed by measles.
mna kubogi mna baga sasaregi
They are around.
mide jebonde ke inde jekyo.
And even if there is no specific program yet,
Bayo mamita twet nye jekasek banda nyi.
the general situation helps them to somehow maneuver.
Ulo yunda ko retle so to akwet diretet nye muje ku kono kabalishit.
And because of that, because I'm not a liar, you shall do this. No, sorry.
Ani ale mai ku ngotunya ngwele machiaju sore. Machiajo kapsa. Denele I wait imot.
Even God who said, let there be earth, and there was earth.
Kalemba Mungu nyogo mwele siku kutokla mi ogoret angu mi goret.
And let earth be separated, separate the water from the land.
Kala je chuyati goreti ago bego. Kalam kutoku ndinyo.
Even God took 6 days.
Kala ndeba Mungu la kusut pasho keita londa mugaga.
He didn't do it on one day.
Kala mna kuye bosha genge.
But me, I'm not God.
De mai kuya Mungu ya.
I have no capacity to say, let there be earth and this earth.
Ma
No.
wanda ka muga yeke muja maule siku tok chungu tok pakenge.
Everything I do, I struggle.
Kila kito kulnya yela ishe swama.
And especially after our grandmother, the wife of Adam,
Misin kinye kuwa nget koko jese da badam.
when she made some problems,
Ye kuwa jaj kusut ngal jeba se munya.
God said, from now,
Lagu moji Mungu la kichake bo shoni.
whatever you will eat will come from the sweat of your brow.
Kila kito kulle meam kupunwe kaya dishet ndo kaya det.
Me, I'm a sweater, I just sweat.
Nyane ale yetini ke ba yete ba de.
If you don't sweat, that's your business.
Kale mna yet yale.
Me, I sweat.
Kale ma yet yakwela yet yani.
So, because of that,
Am ya jodale.
we had not yet really had capacity or time even to deal with the sports and the music and I don't know what.
Alam mo na jenyori ya baro indo do swamet nyaga janam gila kamas arero shogi tumonagi oktukuke magargai.
But we were able to say from the beginning that if there are young people with talent,
Dana gisumje maule emile go kemge do sargana ke bo ndo ka kata yondet.
which is what Mama talked about,
Kije ka ngolole ya mama ya tayo.
let them be recruited in the security, in the armed forces.
Anje wendia logo tijo luket nyebo kaledi.
Automatically.
Nyemo nye cheweni bate. Nyemo mingal je jinome.
When they are there, we shall not, of course we could send them to Somalia to fight.
Kale ye miawlo tale kamuja ne je kwermba Somalia so ogu kwiboriet dene mayunyo no danga ta kwek
Jeff Tegay has not been in Somalia.
jep tagay de ka nya jep tagay mna wa Somalia
He's in the forces, but we keep him here.
Mia luget nya baga lendene mito tike ba da yu.
Because we put him in the forces, not that because we wanted him to fight.
Priela ki jeiwe lugon di nyola singet ko bor ye tai ndene ki je majale jeri bune ba da oto.
But because we wanted to give him a base from where to develop his talent.
Ki bara jeiwe ndi atopta ga nyemu jago ner ka goto yuandet nye bangma ek nye gibondo.
In our simple, poor way, we don't have a lot of money yet, but
Amo arenyo nye kuskus nye maku panan don bo majabonde besan je jango ne goti.
if you are here, you get a small salary.
Ale mita ayu la nyoro mshahara da gagisi ji.
You are in the barracks,
Mito je ga baraks.
but you train.
As nge mita at kone di shit.
Others will go to Somalia and fight.
E mabala ga Somalia nyila net ke bade. Nge kunymegu.
So in that simple way, I don't know how many of you are in the forces now.
Ata je mite ayonge bani kale bande ta ayonge.
You see the whole
Hey,
crowd.
that's why you kale lembe tokol.
Who has been in Somalia among you?
Kala ngonye ki wa Somalia ayu. Je kwinyam ge priamba genge. Hey,
Has anybody of you been to Somalia?
ala priamba genge. Congo.
You were just here running around.
Kala munaba mbako, kala munaba sombo ko Congo. Kya mito diga arwo jini ge bade.
And you are paid. You are paid.
Nje libano kumshareti.
You are given a base where to be.
Je ko noko topta ge ulamite. Tanda saneta ge nyiki ko noko topta nyita ban.
Sit down.
Abur chige ngwan.
So then slowly, it's not because budget, so many demands.
So moto motiale anga takwenga lek nyobata tweda pesa chang magatana.
We were able to get Mandela Stadium, this Nambore.
Kale je sem je nyori at Nambole Stadium. Anga takwenga mi Kampala.
Not easy at all because it was the Chinese. Chinese had wanted to build that.
Maginye kuskus kale kita ki piga China je ki majala je ta ki dinyo.
To build that stadium under Obote 1.
Kale ki bara kute amgasmedi da bobote nyoki batacha. Nde kitingo mere.
But because of the insecurity, they couldn't.
Amngale ga tabanda le kutingale kapsa.
So when we came and brought peace, we contacted them.
Je ki woje kotu ya ngale ke baga letle je sem je chana ibu jitu jolo gimi.
The stadium we wanted to build in the 60s, can you build it now? Say we can build it.
Tatuet nyoki bara kwek chete nyobari ro shok amganyi shokke ki bangaga. Muja te shokki bo shiji ju.
So they came and built it.
Kukwa angutekso.
And then Nachuvo, no, watch. Oh, okay. Then through Magezi Gabaganda.
Kusiria ngomnyenet nye babaganda gi.
Magezi Gabaganda is when you improvise.
Yoga tabogoti ishe tukuka lakse tukuka lak.
We have been able to do Nachuvo.
Kija shamiat chite piat na kivubo.
Working with the private sector.
Chijindo si ago luget nye ye shondo kwa.
Then now our people went and agreed with the AFCON.
Akubichiga bikyongu jamji na go Afcon.
And because of that, we must build a stadium in Hoima.
Kala ya tami ole lasma jete chi stadium maga Hoima.
And repair, build Akibua in Lira.
Che wendi eja kibua ndo jete ja kibua mkama sanye balango ndo lira.
We didn't have the money.
Lagi majabanda ngodoro nung do besa nage.
Because the money we had, we said no. Just first deal with PDM.
Amye besa na kyo kujebonde ala jele chigin PDM do kunyor bi ko besa na PDM.
PDM, these poor people in the villages who have never handled 1 million.
PDM la maje bi ko jeba non song ngokye mana nambo Rwanda ta genge no million agenge.
We can't go on with this one, but with all these poor people.
Mamuje chi tuku juto kolgumi da panoni.
So I put my foot down because me, I don't agree with this.
La jip ta garenge nyungun gap sanga mo la chaste ngale chu ki ginyi lo che ba ginyi lo mi banoni.
By 2013.
Amuga nyinyi ke ba elfu na ke nya kumena satu do tamana tamak kishero ko en ok tamana kusomogi.
The 2013,
Kanyit nye ke ba kishero ko en ok tamana kusomogi.
68% of your people were outside the money economy.
Tamanogi klo oxysit ambakala genge kije gimi sang dap ngalega po magaryondit
68%.
ngaga manana amia iloga matyanam gusabin
They boycott money.
kalebu ko kini obesana
We don't want money.
majaje besya
You don't want money. How will you live?
me maja besana ne bare mungishel nenu
God is there.
alende mi mungut ma mungishani
Yeah.
kale mi da bejiti jo
So that's why we have to launch Operation Wealth Creation.
kubaulat kije go no yati ngalek jo jine de bi go ko besana
To involve the army.
kumite aga ndo shet nya basakariandit
Come beg these people, please do something for yourself.
Paya kusombi ko de me ka lech pa kita ka nyeke ka ling se mungi chesu nga mwele mi mungut
Here are free seedlings of coffee, of what? Free.
ala ku yende yati
Get
ku
out
ko
of-
je wuye
Get out of poverty.
chelingi anget che banan nyandit
It went on and on and
tas
on.
tagay che kwin mot
But now, and it succeeded. Some people,
mat ki tas tagay ambi ko jo kusum gunyor ngolondet
because I was in Bukwo,
la kwa mi de buko
there was the other man there. What is his name?
la ki mi de le daga nye ku mi buko
He had got
it
a
was
cow.
called Nicholas Kiplimo
Uh-huh.
Your Excellency
He had got a cow from Operation Wealth Creation.
la ki nyor to teta OWC
So by 2019,
amga nyit nye ba elfu na kenya ko kumena mwenda
61% of the people
ngaga mwemu amia genge do ambokola genge
had gone into the money economy.
kije kishem la daga jiwut ulo mi de besan
Only 39% were outside the money economy.
so moksogol ndo asatu mwenda kije kita misang
And it was working a bit well.
angu dana kimigu beti ngale tijonye tabon
But the one started complaining
nget pi ga pukore te kujaj ko ngunyis
that the soldiers are favoring some people.
kale ngete skare kle ko ka labi ga la ki ko kwasta la kwebi kale chuchini ke tukukwa
They are giving themselves.
kale chuchini ke tukukwa
So that's why we said, okay,
alas kala nget ya ta mola haya majagas
in that case,
amuyo ale
here is your money.
okay abe sana kwoge
You do it yourselves.
inyi yang
That's how we brought PDM.
ko bawlo do indi nyole ki jonda PDM
And it seems to be moving because they are able to do whatever they want.
angu karakter na hapo ni nakijang amye shema bi ko kwingale kwaje macheng
So now on the sports, I'm very glad that
amyangale ga parero shoki ay ko ngarakat kapsagle
when our young people started doing well,
yegu nget ya le ko kyo kwingale nyetaboni
using their talents, the ones who started the Kiprotich,
jogi wo ki chacha ko porya ga ko to yondet nyegi ba mwege yumbo ki brodi
like the minister Cheptoris was saying.
joga mwe mariondet Cheptoris mbo siro
They told me that they reminded me
kala go sowo
because the Sabine man
kala amye chinye sabingin le
who had got a silver medal
nyegi nyor silver
in 1970
amge nyit nyegi ba samvu
was a fellow called Koskei.
kala mareta ga nyegi jegura la koskei
I don't know whether anybody knows him even.
kala mi ji nyengat koskei amiu kala mi your excellency they say he's in Kenya
He's alive.
yes your excellency
The one who was he a policeman or what?
See, when you sent me with the money to deliver to the family of one of our athletes who ran for Uganda, I met Koske in Kenya during that function.
Minister la kwanyoru mariondet Koske
Excellency is at your service to be invited to meet you, sir.
Okay.
Kalami diari kwitiatle.
Now, that is the one who had got a silver medal
Kalanya anye kunyoru silver bade.
in 1970 or something.
Amganyiso kege basamvu.
From that time, because of the chaos,
Kujagaya oto amngale kaptabanda.
only Akibua had managed to do something in 1972,
Kala kusiam yata kibua kuigitaga amganyinye ke basamvu mbiri.
and no more.
Malataje nyoru kiye.
The football team was doing something once in a while.
Kusiam marjaba mbiri landa kachi gitaga.
The boxers here and there.
Marjaba ngumi tela kusiam mbejage.
But the Banyankole say,
Debi ga bankole kuje mwegle.
you cannot be like a man whom they said the house is on fire.
Kala memuje itega chinye je mwegle migo togle.
And you say, prepare a bed for me to sleep.
Kala nga mawgle migle aitwani kurinye garu chike. De goro mangalekyo.
They are telling you the house is on fire,
Kala je mongle migo tkle.
and you say, prepare the bed for me.
Mide moyele itwani kurinyo mgonge.
Sleep where?
Pare wendi ago gugonu. Ereduanu.
So because of the chaos, sports was no longer really.
Am panbanya tetle ngalega barero sokle kije kiki pot.
But when these young people started coming up,
Yo kuchachal karmanakyo atsirganakyo kutoge.
then this issue came up.
As kuchachang ngalega barero sok.
Some of us who because I'm a sportsman myself, I was a footballer.
Kale legoju alakle kalaning kitle kaigu karimanin yegi bom na nyabam biret.
So I told these people, I said, you know,
Kalam ngoji buju langatle.
these people of ours who are born in the mountain,
Kale buju kineru ne lagamulin.
in the high areas,
Atobutok ye batarat.
they have a natural capacity which we should promote.
Kale bondo kitaga nyegi narta nyemaja kala jitoror.
Because here on high altitude, your lungs are more economical. They can use less oxygen.
Kale ibi yale muja kwishe yo men nyeji munyorit nyegisi.
And so training in high altitude is very good.
Pigo jo nede ga atobutok ye batarat le kunye tabon kapsa.
Because oxygen here is less than in the lowlands.
Amnye yo men nyeji munye kunye kis kunye wo.
So
Gete kama swagi kibasoi.
if your lungs are used to using little oxygen,
Kale ishe kwa kyo men nyegisi chile.
they are more efficient.
Matku kwishe swama.
So that's why this idea came up. Oh, this a school would train our own people,
Balog jamau kule ekatabagot kunget sugulu ango net le kokwa.
but it can also attract others.
Dene mujo ko chutin balak kebasang.
And although we had many demands,
Ngane kala jebonda magata na kechang.
I had no problem supporting this one because this one
Na
is,
nyoru kasoto yonye kichuyadi wangotune bale maja dorori biu.
because this one is unique.
Amnyela chuyad nyigapsa.
It is special. It's not we have got so many things to do.
Kala chuyad jebonda ngale kechang ke majala chi.
More seed schools, more this, more
Wanda
that.
sugulu na alak kechang ke majala jeteji.
But really, this one is unique.
Dene nyitinya ale majeje yu swamet kapsa.
We can't fail to support it
Mamujo go jisute amachiki.
because it takes our advantage over our natural advantage of having a high altitude. Parts of Uganda being high altitude.
Amnye atle chiboli biga alak ke mita kama stanye basoi jebonda jela tukyo bo chi nyoba topta nyowo do nyomi de tarat.
And being populated by indigenous people from there.
Angu yechle bigo je chang je pone idiu bade.
If you know, there's a country called Nepal.
Kale angat kore daga nyebasang gura Nepal.
Nepal is near the Everest, the highest
Nepal
mountain,
le mia topta ga nyebala kam nyanye ba Everest lege dege.
the highest mountain on earth.
Kale lagamen nye koi gamsa amgore tokol gumugul.
Everest is 29,000 feet.
Kale bundoy elfunok avirim menda kijage ngun futinak.
This Aragon here is 14,000.
Kale elgo nyile elfunok mana nya bade.
So you can imagine
agarestoje agashinde
something higher than Aragon
kitaga nye koi ku ketje elgon de goroman ngale ko
15,000 feet.
ketje am 1015 do gishero oktamanok mut.
But for mountaineers who go to Everest, they are always guided by the Nepalese. Nepalese are, for them, it's like normal life.
Dene je la kamisak do bi ko jobedi adobuto ke bataradi kuje nyo tije patte bi ko je boga mastinyo.
And they used to be recruited by the British for their army.
Kala bi tije og bapar yele ki sile bi ko je bo Britain.
They had a special regiment called the Gulkas.
Lagi bondo itaide daga nyegi je bere Gulka.
Now, if you go to Renzori, the mountaineering,
yege o kamastanye Renzori.
Our Bakonjo people are the ones who who show the people how to move.
Puja noga cheje bere Bakonjo kichota je ne de bi ko lan lagamet.
So this is really very, very special, and we should. I had no problem prioritizing this one.
Ya leibi ala chiat kapsa. Praivendi tarot amta twet nyabo naratet.
So I'm glad we have built it now.
Ay kung ngaragat la go cheteji.
The track is good.
Adoptanye bareret la tabone.
But the accommodation needs to be improved.
Dene adoptanye bo Rwanda kinye majagle tajis kewe swamendo jitoror.
The buildings are strong.
Tabone chula bogorige.
But the inside there, I have guided those people there.
Dene oritle ka shamar walk ke bija jogusate kala sanget kusutwai wega deta ganya kai.
Me I guided on the accommodation.
Kala ka tiria bitu am gamastanye Rwanda.
When we go to the kitchen, I am quite illiterate.
Kale ega waya gamasta ulo jio shele majmana asman ulo kapsa.
So Mama took over and was commanding.
Kala go waya mama ya de kuje ko batya la chie bi la chiela. I saw you.
I couldn't know where to put the stones and all that.
Kala manangat la jewen nyon Rwanda ko jio she ogo tu kala.
So therefore, this is really a gold mine.
So giyale kinye balat kapsa.
And I'm glad we have done it.
Angay ko ngaragat lagachi.
Now, regarding the hotels, we shall invite the private sector. They are the ones to build the hotels. For us, we have built the hostel. And I would want them to increase the numbers because they were talking of 24. At a time, why only 24? So therefore, I'm very happy to be here to open the school. Regarding the other issues of Cheptegei and his allowances and all that, I was not able to follow what the problem is. Because in my small, simple way of supporting our people, many years ago, I directed that whenever somebody gets a medal for gold and silver and bronze, from remember the figures. But they know. So if there is anybody who was, I think some people are stealing that money.
Your Excellency, the figures were 5 million for gold, 3 million for silver, then 1 million for bronze.
Thank you.
That was when we were very poor. the country that was very poor at that time.
Kala yemet ya nyeki panan kamsayat ka basjoja.
I think now we can improve those figures.
Kala majaje tashi ngaleja majaje tashi besanja.
But why were they not getting even that something small? We shall find out.
Kala amne lagi mami kunyoru nga isi amne ki mami kunyoru ki dinyo.
I think some people are stealing that money.
Kala karga nyonye ki mibi gala kujore besanja.
You know, we have arrested some people in that state house. You must have been hearing about being
Kala
arrested.
kujarat pi gala office nyu.
But that is a simple matter. Thank you very much for telling me.
Kala ndene ngal joje tukusi kala ga itabon ka borwo.
We shall sort it out.
Majasat ngaleja.
Now, for the bishop, the pickup. The pickup is simple. I don't know why that should be a problem.
Baba Bishop, pick up lende kinya kuskus pade.
I have got a new PPS. Where is the PPS? The PPS.
Kala kwanyoru koroni ndet nyenyu nyelele.
Those come, Gloria, come and talk to my people about the pickup and the Cheptegei stories and all that.
Kaso ganyol kaya ngolya kaja ngol to kaj Baba Bishop. Aji melija maketarur. Tabane ngaleja.
Now for the calling on the women, I don't have time. It will disorganize me. So I send them 20 million shillings.
Kala mawara sandi milioni nak aviri.
Nane, Katej, give the bishop 20 million to send to my daughters who are.
Kala UND bishop Rwanda oktutam do million nak aviri. Who are
doing mothers union. So the main point I'm here, apart from the school, is the wealth creation. But I will talk about that down there where we are going. And then tomorrow, the hub, the skilling hub.
And the kamastanye basoi ulajine de lego ngale kebo ishondo kebe unyek.
What we want is all the families to get out of poverty.
Jema jella gastonok tokol kungete ulo mi de bananyadit.
Kondiorit.
Kuba ulo mi de makoryondit. Makoryondit, Your Excellency.
Makoryondit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
This is really what we should do. Makoryondit with the chibaro.
Makoryondit ogogo itishet.
Itishe.
Makoryondit nyeboko itishet. Pole ni mwendo baba.
So, congratulations to the sports people.
Your Excellency, Joshua Cheptegei says he forgot something that he wanted to remind you.
Very good.
Your Excellency, as I brought to your attention that we will be having the greatest athlete of all time from Kenya. The most pressing thing now is that we have the Christmas run, which attracts 20,000 people. But the budget is 500 million. It is just this Saturday, the 14th. The 14th on Saturday. But we have 150 million.
It will be here.
It will be in Kapicholwa town, Your Excellency. It will be the 7th edition.
And you need 30 million.
I need 350 million.
Your Excellency.
350 million.
Yes, Your
okay,
Excellency.
they will work. Let them remind me. We shall work on it tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Asante.
Congratulations, everybody.
Agaitabon goromen piko togoli.
Kaitabon.
Agatakishe mission. Manget ya sole sanget ya tum da piemet kagowan bondit. Tum do anthems please, anthems in the reverse order.
Anthems in the reverse order. Hello, can we now officially sing in our, using our mouths, because I'm told the machine has jammed. Mungu mbashirike Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki,
tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarishe. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
O Uganda,
may God uphold thee. We lay our future in thy hand, united free for liberty, together we always stand.
Your Excellency and Mama, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for commissioning Teryet. Can we clap for the President and the First Lady for coming to commission?